With Regulation H banning legendaries, both the power level and the meta have been flipped on their heads. And with the meta being flipped on its head, types of Pokemon such as Dark types are now relevant again. So today I'm going to be going over the top 5 Pokemon that are just like me. Dark. What's good YouTube, it's your boy GTheDon and I'm back with another YouTube video, and today, like I said, I will be talking about the 5 best Dark types. Now, since you're here, subscribe because obviously I'm a Dark type, you like Dark types, you clicked on this video. Match made in heaven. But jumping right into this list for real, at number 5 we have the boy Murkrow. Now, at the start of this game, it was him, he was born him. And the reason? Prankster Tailwind. Still relevant to this day, setting up Tailwind without even having to wait for your opponents to move. Beautiful. Chef's Kiss, great move. Reason why a Pokemon like this somehow exists, like its stats are absolutely horrible, but when you do give it a Violite, it does become semi-bulky. Now, it has fallen off hard as some of the mons that have showed up straight up outclassed it, even though there's no such thing as a fairy type anymore, which is making dark types pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Main reason you want to use Murkrow besides Tailwind though, this beautiful move called Haze. It makes Dondozo absolutely trash. Gets rid of all its stats buffs. I mean, what else can I say? Dondozo is going to be the bane of your existence. It's going to be annoying. Might as well use this thing. Also, it does kind of decent into mouse ape. You can taunt their mouse. You can foul play their ape. I mean, you're not doing too much damage, but you're doing some damage. You also have Brave Bird if you want. Wouldn't run it. Primarily on this mon, you're going to be running Haze, Taunt, maybe a Bird Attack. I don't know. One of them, and Tailwind. You might want to run Protect. You might not want to. It's good. It's not great. It's coming in at number 5 though. Pretty solid mon. And coming in at number 4, of course it would not be a GTheDon video if I didn't mention my boy Tyranitar. It's beautiful, literally just look at it. Chef's Kiss, it's so sexy, just like me. But for real, this mon is great, sometimes. In this regulation, there's not a lot of dark types, but they're very good into Goldango, and you kind of resist a lot of Goldango's attacks. Now you might be thinking it's a rock type, obviously it's weak to steel. That's where you're wrong. Give this thing an Assault Vest in the sand, it's tanking those attacks. Even mons that can tank those attacks don't leave the battle feeling good. Tyranitar feels great. You hit that thing with a knockoff. You hit almost anything in this format with a knockoff. You're doing pretty good damage, especially with the attacks that Tyranitar has. Pretty nasty. Now with that good damage though, you are setting yourself up just to let any other mon do great amount of damage, especially if you're knocking off Assault Vest on opposing mons. Because let me tell you, GTheDon is everywhere in this format, and you might be thinking GTheDon bricks the shit out of Tyranitar. Kinda does, kinda doesn't. Tyranitar actually helps you change the weather, which is very important in that GTheDon matchup because they want rain. Otherwise, they're gonna try to body press you. So they don't got rain up, they're not doing special attacks. And if they're not doing special attacks, they're kind of useless against the rest of the field, especially if you can get a knockoff because GTheDon is so slow. Then you have a special attacker like Goldango, just blow that thing up, you're chilling. Otherwise than that, low kick, King Gambit, done. Any heavy mon, done. GTheDon still takes a good amount of damage from that as well. And I don't think you ever run anything else but an Assault Vest. But if you want to, you can run a Choice Band, Rock Slide. Tell me one thing that's taking that well, and I can tell you, I don't know why Zacian just showed up, but I can tell you Incineroar is not taking that well, and he's not going to be enjoying that game. So Tyranitar is great. There's a reason I got him at number 4. Now, if you know anything about anything, coming in at number 3, it is not a surprise. Hydreigon is going to be him. Now, Hydreigon, like, dragon typing in this format is so damn good. There's no fairy types, like I said. So that quad, whatever, weakness to fairy, it does not matter right now. It really does not. Anything that's hitting with a fairy type, it's probably a weak fairy. Unless you see a Tinkaton, then you can shit some bricks. Tell me the last time you've seen Tinkaton though. Really? Come on. You haven't seen a Tinkaton. Realistically though, Hydreigon has a stupid move called Focus Energy, and it has this other extremely powerful move called Draco Meteor. You are critting every time. See, the main thing with Draco Meteor is what they Draco once. After that, they took -2 to special attack. Yeah, with Focus Energy, that doesn't matter. You're hitting like it's normal every time, and those first couple of times with those crits, it's hitting like a truck. Most things aren't taking 1 or 2 of those. 2 if you're lucky, honestly. 1, most things aren't taking 1. It's scary when you see this. Also, it can't be taunted. It has Levitate. It can tear it to a steel type if it really wants to. Can't hit it with a ground move. I think this mod is absolutely amazing. It also has just the typing right now is honestly great. You are weak to fighting types, yes. I mean, you can tear out of that if you want. It's like with this world, Terra can save a bunch of mons. It's not really saving Hydreigon, as Hydreigon was good with or without it. And I mean, honestly, it was good in Reg A. It was Reg A through whatever until some stuff started showing up. I think Reg like A through B or C. Whenever the Ruinous Mons showed up, that's kind of when it disappeared. But the Ruinous Mons aren't here yet again. So Hydreigon is amazing. You can also Tailwind this thing if you want. I really wouldn't. I mean, some annoying cheesy teams, Razor Claw, Focus Energy, it's critting everything it wants to every time. Also, even if you're not critting but you are sitting in front of a Don Dozo, you can full hit Draco Meteors every time because of its unaware ability, so it's not noticing your stab drops. And again, you're good into Goldango. I almost said you're golden into Goldango, which you technically still are. And Goldango, top mon in the format, really. I think there was a tournament that was ran recently. It was like 35 or 36% usage. Number 1. This hard walls out number 1. Just like almost the rest of these dark types. But from here on out, they get a little bit better. And coming in at number 2, we got your boy King Gambit. He is on that king shit for real. Honestly, Kowtow Cleave, disgusting stab damage on this guy. Give it an Assault Vest if you want. Cool, you're taking a bunch of special attacks. Most things that scare you in this format are really just like an Ursaluna, to be honest. But you can hit Ursaluna first. You can also hit it kind of fast. With Sucker Punch is a great ability. I'm not gonna lie, just Dark Steel typing again is weak. Very weak. Yes, hear me out. Very, very weak to a fighting type. You will go down in one shot no matter what the move is. So you're probably thinking not that good into King Gambit, or King Gambit, it is King Gambit. Not that good into Annihilate. You're right. I wouldn't bring this to an Annihilate fight. But there's not many things I would want to bring to an Annihilate fight. In Dark types especially, I'm just not bringing them at all. But for the most part, Annihilate is the only real fear you got, to be honest. There's not many good fighting types in this format. You're good in Trick Room, you're good out of Trick Room, you have Sucker Punch, you have Kowtow Cleave. You also have Iron Head. I know I said there's not many fairies. Some people still Terra Fairy. There might still be one fairy running around. Primarina, I'm not gonna lie, for how good of a mon it is, I don't even know where my King Gambit just went. You're not that, okay, that's a Zamazenta. Gonna continue talking about King Gambit though. You're not that afraid of it, to be honest. Moonblast not doing too much. Hyper Voice might do a good amount with the stab water, but if you give this thing an Assault Vest, you're really not caring. And Iron Heads, they hit kind of hard. One or two of these, gonna put it to rest, even though it's resisted, or not resisted, it's neutral. But that's really the only mon you gotta worry about. That and a fighting type, like, there's not much King Gambit's gotta worry about. It's really not, especially when you just tear this thing. Its attack stat is so impressively high. You can throw a lot of stats into its HP and you're still gonna wreck shop with attacks. That's why I got King Gambit at number 2, because he's really on that king shit. And coming in at number 1, we got Incineroar. I mean, it's Incineroar, what else is there to say? If you actually thought I was about to spread Incineroar propaganda, you're hella wrong. Check out anything on this channel, check out one of these videos popping up, matter of fact, and you'll see why I hate Incineroar. Thing's ass and overrated, trust me.